Hare Krishna. So today's topic is whether those who are practicing spirituality, those who are devotees in ISKCON, or those who are following the path of devotion, they should take help of astrology or not. So first of all, we have to understand that astrology is a Vedic science, and throughout our Vedic scriptures, you will find references of either astrology or devotees or Lord Himself taking support of astrology, or at least describing the events in relation to astrology. For example, when Lord Ram had started his uh, uh, his journey, his attack towards Ravana, so he was advised to start on Hasta Nakshatra because it is told that Hasta Nakshatra is very conducive to start war or start anything related to war. Similarly, you will find in Ramayana that when Ravana was kidnapping Mother Sita, that time Jatayu had fought Ravana. Although Jatayu was losing the battle, but still he was making sure that on the Muhurta in which Ravana was taking Mother Sita is passed and next Muhurta arrives. Because next Muhurta which was going to arrive, it its characteristic was that if anything is lost during that Muhurta, is received back, it is found back. So we find first of all that Vedic astrology is it is a Vedic science, and it is in line with practicing spiritualists, practicing devotees. These principles are not against the devotional principles. Now, sometimes those who are taking help of astrology, it may appear that we are not totally depending on Krishna. But it is not like that, because when you are taking help of astrology, you want to make sure that you take help of astrology in line with our Krishna Bhakti. For example, astrology should support our devotional service. If you are having a bad loan, or if you are having fight with your partner, a life partner, or if you have very bad health condition, during that time, if you are taking help of astrology to improve these situations. Now, these situations, one may take these situations as blessings of Krishna. Sometimes we read in our scriptures that, uh, like Kunti Maharani, she prays that, my dear Lord, please give me all the calamities so that I can take shelter of you. Now, this is consciousness of Kunti Maharani. But sometimes the sadhakas who are practicing spiritualist and in the very beginning stage of devotion, or sometimes even those who have practiced for so many years, they may find it difficult to tolerate such problems. And because of such problems, their bhakti gets disturbed. In such scenario, we take help of astrology so that our devotional service is not interrupted. So the astrological advices or astrological consultations or remedies should always support our devotional path. So that is the main important point. It should never be for gaining, material opulence. It should not be for fulfilling our desires for sense gratification, because then it is detrimental to our devotional service. If it is for, reducing the pains of the problems which we are facing, and because of which our devotional service is getting disturbed, then it is conducive. If your if your health is not good, it's like going to war with a malfunctioning weapon. If your health is not good, then what may happen, that you will not be able to practice. You may not be able to chant your rounds also, or sometimes you may not be able to uh, follow all the principles. In that condition, you may not be able to preach, maybe. So it's better we improve our health and then we go for then we do our spirituality uh, in a better way. So, in a crux, we have to understand that the astrology is for supporting our devotional service. Does it work? Does astrological remedies work? I have seen there are many senior devotees sometimes in their lectures they criticize astrology. My point of view is a little different from that. Astrology is not, can it change our destiny? Dekhe, see, we have to understand in Srimad Bhagavatam, if you read 6.2.17, there Prabhupada mentions that Dan Tapa Vrata. In fact, Srimad Bhagavatam mentions that Dan Tapa Vrata, they can neutralize the reactions to our sinful life. So those sinful reactions which are coming, they can be neutralized by Dan Tapa Vrata. But what is important here, that even if you neutralize the reaction of your sinful life, still the desire to commit sinful activities will not go. So our bhakti is to uproot that root of sinful desires. That root is not removed. If that root is not removed, it grows back. It is called kama karma bij. So bhakti burns whole plant till the root. But this dan tapa vrata, they only neutralize the reactions to your sinful life, previous sinful actions. Therefore, sometimes astrology can help us through dan, tapa, vrata, these kind of remedies are given so that the instant problems are reduced. They, because of which our devotional service was getting disturbed. So how it can help? It sometimes can actually postpone also. In some cases, it can remove also, or it can reduce. So it may so happen that the reaction may not come in this lifetime. It can go to next lifetime, some other lifetime, or it can actually totally remove the sinful reaction. They are which are not very strong prarabdha, which have see in astrological books, our Parashar Muni, Brahat Parashar Hora Shastra, which is written by Parashar Muni, he himself has given some remedies. Now, why he would mention remedies if they are not going to reduce our problems? If they are not going to reduce the reactions to our sinful life. Our rishis, our acharyas have mentioned remedies. That means there are some karmas which reactions to which can be removed through remedies. You will find that many Vedic village astrologers, they would say that this child will have, after seeing the horoscope, they would say that this child at this age will have danger for his towards his life, but if this many mantras are chanted of of a particular mantra, then this can be removed. This problem can be solved. So we understand there are certain karmas, reactions to which can be changed. Like death is certain. It can never be stopped through any puja or anything. Nobody can become amar, you know, immortal. What is that? Immortal, yes. So we have to now understand that how astrology is going to help us. What I say to devotees, that our intentions should be pure. Those are the most important things. If my intention is to get more riches, more opulence and more sense gratification, then definitely it is not right consciousness to approach astrology. Just like you go to doctors when there is a health problem. Similarly, astrologers should be approached when you have any problems in life, especially if it is affecting your devotional service. Like in the line of your duty, like for a husband, it is his duty to take care of his wife and children. Now, is if this there is some problem in this, then it is right for him. He can take care of his family through astrology, whatever help is possible. Then he can do his devotional service in a better way. Otherwise, he may not be able to practice spirituality, or he may not be able to preach. So, the main goals of our spiritual life, attaining love towards Krishna and preaching the holy name of the Lord, this will get affected. So another thing is we have to understand a devotee always uses everything in service of Krishna. So what will happen um, if a devotee improves his health through astrology or improves his life through astrology and use it for Krishna? So that's why I'm saying we should always check our intentions. One of the sannyasis in our movement, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj would say that just like you go to a doctor and doctor prescribes you a medicine and you take medicine, similarly you go to astrologer and whatever medicine he gives as a medicine you should take. You don't take medicines throughout life, right? Whenever there is difficulty, you go and you take medicines, get well, and come back and to your normal routine. Similarly, astrology should only be used for supporting our devotional service. Should we ask anything from demigods? Because sometimes we find in our scriptures, astrology scriptures, that they tell the remedies related to demigods. Definitely, Srila Prabhupada would say that we should always respect demigods because they are empowered servants of Krishna. But he would also say that we should not approach them for any material benefits. If at all you find you offer your pranams to these demigods, you ask them to uh, improve your devotion towards Krishna. Like for Lord Shiva, he said that whenever you are praying for to Lord Shiva, you pray that please give me what is most lovable in your life. So he would definitely give you Krishna. He would definitely give you Krishna bhakti. Similarly, when astrologers sometimes, we should offer respects. Definitely, we should offer respects to demigods, but no, not for material benefits. So these principles are definitely we should follow. As a astrologer and practicing devotee, what I do is I always prescribe worship of Vishnu, because in Brihad Parashar Hora Shastra, Parashar Muni has described that every planet is expansion of one of the avatars of Lord. For example, Lord Ram's expansion is sun. One of the portions is sun. Moon is related to Lord Krishna, and Venus planet is one of the expansions of Parashuramji, and Matsya Avatar's expansion is Ketu. Varahadev's expansion is Rahu. Narsingh Dev's expansion is Mangal, Mars, and Kurma Avatar's expansion is Saturn, and Vaman Dev's expansion is Jupiter. So we find all the planets are related to Dashavata. So whenever we prescribe any astrological remedies related to these planets, we prescribe either Kurmavatar Stotra, Varahavatar Stotra, Vaman Stotra, this kind of stotras, so that we do not go to demigods for asking for benefits. But even if somebody goes to demigod, they should always remember that they are actually expansions of empowered uh, living entities by Krishna, and we should always see them in connection with Krishna. So, in this way, we can utilize astrology for improving our devotional service. Many times, I give advices to our in our movement. There are many brahmacharis, so they also show their horoscopes. So, astrology, how it guides you for what in future you should be careful. For example, sannyasis and brahmacharis, they also have to deal with day-to-day life, and there are many instances which may happen in their life. So sometimes when brahmacharis show their horoscope, So I tell them what kind of services are most conducive for them. The services which, if they perform, will be most beneficial to our movement, or how they should be careful in dealing with opposite sex, and what kind of project they should take up. And this in this way you can see how astrology can help in our movement. And even for grahasthas, definitely day-to-day life is there, as well as how they can astrology can help them in practicing nicely our devotional path. We can, from there, we can we can take help from astrology. So in this way, I would say that devotees, I would request to devotees that definitely you can approach towards astrology with a positive mindset and with a faith, so that it helps you to improve your devotion service. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.